Hey everyone, welcome to WUTIS. Today we're going to discuss the Chief Investment Office meeting that we had on the 16th of March. Together with me we have Michael Dampf, our Chief Investment Officer.
And I'm sitting here with Seraphim Checker, who is Deputy Head of Chief Investment Office. And Seraphim, could you just briefly tell us what were the main topics we went through last time?
Yeah, sure. So during the Chief Investment Office meeting, we talked about the oil prices, we talked about the interest rate hike that happened in March, we talked about the possibility of interest rate hikes happening in UK, in New Zealand, Australia, Eurozone. We also talked a little bit about Bitcoin and how the Chinese capital flight is actually related to it. And we also talked about the French and the Dutch elections and the effect of the populist movement on the markets.
Another thing we discussed were like the Dutch and the French elections. The Dutch elections already happened. We thought that the Dutch elections per se do not have really that much of an impact on the market. But what we think is that they have actually they show some implications for the further development in Europe. What we saw was like a huge win of like central politicians and not of the right wings. And so that's why we basically think that right wings politicians are actually losing momentum in Europe at the moment. And we think when we look at the French elections, we also saw we had like the first polls which actually showed that Emmanuel Macron surpassed Marine Le Pen even in the first round. And we thought of a way how to capitalize on that, because the market is not yet pricing in that actually the probabilities and the odds of Emmanuel Macron winning are really that big. And so we reviewed his policies, and what we came up with was that he plans to spend 50 billion euros on the French renewable sector. And that's like a huge thing. So we basically, that's what is also our top pitch, is to be long French renewables. We also think it would make a lot of sense to be short French nuclear energy, because he really supports clean energy. That's also one of his policies, and so that's how we can speculate on him winning. Another thing you've mentioned before is the hike in interest rates in the US, which already happened. We think you can capitalize on that with being long financials, because now they've got a bigger spread where they can actually make money. It also makes sense to be underweight utilities, because they usually have a lot of debt. So it's not that good actually for a company who has got loads of debt. If interest rates goes up, then it's really it can get tough to pay back. So that's why we underweight utilities. We're also long industrials, because it fits the policy of Donald Trump. So that was basically the analysis we had this time, and that's how we think that the markets will develop and how we can get an edge over the other investors.
Michael, thank you for this insight very much. Thank you for joining us today at the Chief Investment Office meeting report. We're going to post right after this the outcome of the whole Chief Investment Office meeting, so you can get the precise idea of our positions, and see you at the next Chief Investment Office, right? See you.